A lot has changed this past year, but one thing hasn't. Consumers still love their pizza. As you pivot to meet the new challenges of food service, Ardent Mills can work with you to tap into that love and make your crust the best it can be. After all, we're more than a leading source of trusted flour brands, mixes, and custom solutions. We're a resource for pizza operators like you. We're ready to support you with high-performing pizza flours, blend and mixes, unparalleled technical expertise, R&D innovation, and long-term contract pricing. And today, as always, we're here to help you grow and thrive. We invite you to check out the Pizza Hub to learn more and request a sample.
Hey, and welcome back to Checking In With. This is Denise Greer, the executive editor at Pizza Today magazine. This is a show where we check in with pizzeria operators around the country to see, hey, how's it going? So, and I'm here today with Jeremy White, our editor-in-chief. What's up, Jeremy?
Hey, Denise. We are dealing with a massive windstorm in Louisville, Kentucky right now. That's what's up. How are you today?
Absolutely. So if you have some unstable connection here on our video, you'll know why. So apologies, but we have a great guest on our show today, and we have Justin Piazza from La Piazza Al Forno there in Glendale, Arizona, which hopefully is having a little better weather than we are.
Yeah. It's pretty beautiful outside. Actually, this is the best time of the year to be in Arizona. It's about, a little bit after winter, which we didn't have much of.
Yeah.
If you call 50 degrees and a little wind every once in a while, winter, that's what we had. And then we got, summer coming up. But right now we're in the 70s, little wind,
perfect.
little breezy, no rain, no nothing.
Is it
we're
desert
pretty much,
blooming?
we can set the clock by our weather here pretty much,
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Except for the summer. If you get through the summers, it's a great place to live. But our summers are like 5 months long. So
yeah, I gotcha. So fill us in. What's happened at La Piazza and kind of what's been going on with the pizzeria?
Well, as I'm sure every operator owner out there, pizzeria owner, has went through this year, it's been up and down, tumultuous, maybe good, maybe bad. We started 2020 with 3 pizzerias. We ended up with 1.
Oh, wow.
But what I did was I consolidated everything that I was doing into 1, which made us get through the year a lot easier, and we're actually doing really well.
Okay.
What I did, because I was one of the first Pizza Al Taglio Roman pizzerias to open in the country. There's only a few.
Yeah.
So I opened it separate. I had 2 La Piazzas that were wood-fired pizzerias. I opened up the Roman. Out of the Roman, I was also doing New York style out of an electric oven. So I brought that to my back room, and now I'm doing the wood-fired in the same building and Roman. And then on the weekends, I do 18-inch New York style. So it's worked out okay. Hindsight's always 20/20, but for me, we bridged the gap really, really well and quickly. So we hit the ground running, and we've been pretty steady. So I'm very fortunate for that.
Yeah, Justin, I first met you at Pizza Expo in Las Vegas. I can't recall if it was 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think Tony introduced us.
Yeah, that's right. Tony Gimignani introduced us. And at the time and as you mentioned at the time, you were getting into to Roman style pizza, and there weren't many operators across the country that really even knew what the style was, honestly.
Well, my mentor and person that taught me was Massimiliano Saiva with Roman Pizza Academy, which I had done work with them as well. I'm not with them anymore. I kind of went on my own way, but I give them all the credit for teaching me. And I went a little bit. I took it, made my own little style with it, but that concept of the Roman pizza and the counter, pizzas and the slices kind of got killed with COVID. I mean, and I'm not.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We actually, when COVID hit, I said to my wife, I said, you know what? We need to just sell whole pizzas to go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put pizzas up in a window for one. I mean, if you notice Chinese buffets, they're all gone. Any food that's pre-prepared, I don't think most people are going to want to eat for a while. So we went to a whole pizza, a 12 by 16 pizza. We sold those to go. And in the beginning, I did really well, even at the Roman spot. Mm-hmm. The issue became as COVID got longer, the 15, 2 weeks to stop that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, 2 weeks to, curb, stop the curve, it didn't happen. So as it went going, I mean, my numbers went from here to here to here, lower and lower. And I said, you know what, I can't keep myself at one pizzeria and take away from the others when they need me, you know? So the downtown Phoenix location that we had was dead right away. I mean, downtown Phoenix is still a ghost town. My landlord was nice enough to let us out. He said, hey, what do you want to do? He said, it sounds like you want to focus on your main pizzeria. I said, yes. So I did that. Yeah, and as far as the Roman goes, I mean, we were next to a movie theater too, which in the Roman concept, you rely on a lot of foot traffic, especially if you're going to do slices. Yeah. When the movie theater closed, that killed me. Mm-hmm. So I just said, you know what, I had to make a decision. It wasn't easy. You know, you put a lot of time and effort. Forget about the money. Money's that comes and goes. But your time and your effort and your blood, sweat, and tears, you don't ever get that back. But I take it as knowledge. Yeah. A lot of things that I learned, I wouldn't have learned if I hadn't went down those roads and opened those other pizzerias and learned the different styles and went out and tried to, figure out how to do these different concepts. So I take that with a grain of salt. I keep it in my, as a feather in my cap, and it's knowledge. I forget about the money that I lost, and I'm just happy to be here, still surviving, and we're actually thriving here in Glendale. So I'm very fortunate for that.
That's awesome. From a logistics standpoint, what did it take to consolidate everything into that one pizzeria? Because I'm sure a lot of people are interested in that.
Well, no, this is actually, it's actually cool. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm a pioneer in this, but I'm pretty much made a ghost kitchen in my back room. Mm-hmm. Now I'm not having to rent from anybody else because I already paid the same amount of money I'm in the process of buying my building, but when I open this place, it'll be 14 years in October. Mm-hmm. We had a huge back room, it's kind of cut off from the rest of the restaurant. You would have to take the bathrooms down and everything just to make it part of the restaurant. So we left it there. It's storage. So what I did was I just put electric in because, it's 3-phase power for the electric ovens. And I just moved everything in. So I set up basically a pop-up pizzeria in the back. At first, we said, okay, we'll just bake because we do Gold Belly as well. Yeah. So I was doing the Gold Belly out of there. I bought freezers. Then that actually, shout out to Gold Belly. They really helped us get through the pandemic. Mm-hmm. I know it's not for everybody. It's not cheap. But for people that were stuck at home and wanted to get their favorite pizzas across the country, it was a great way to do so. So I really appreciate them for that. But that's what originally we did it. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to start doing Romans in the restaurant. So we started doing that. I never wanted to have different styles of pizza in the restaurant because we were known for wood fired. We even had the VPN certification at one time. You don't really want to have different options, but you know what? My customers love it.
Yeah.
And the Roman pizzas carry so much better. The Roman pizzas carry so much better to go than wood fired.
Yeah, I could see that.
Wood fired pizza is not great after you put it in a box. I don't care who makes it. Everybody knows that. I mean, Bianco is a good friend of mine here in Phoenix, would never do to-goes up until recently. For a long time, he never let anybody even put a pizza in a box to take it out.
Yeah.
And, if you go to Naples, they'll throw it in a box for you, but nobody wants to eat wood-fired pizza out of a box. It's best right out of the oven. But the Roman pizza just took off. I can't even keep it in stock now.
Yeah.
So, well, it's unfortunate because of the downturn, because of the COVID, I'm sure all pizzerias are having an issue right now with staffing. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are, from what I understand. So I haven't been able to teach anybody how to do the Romans yet, so it's all on my shoulders. So all the dough, the par bakes, baking them, cooking them. I mean, I've had to do it all. So I bought myself another full-time job, which is okay.
Sounds like it.
We're still here. I'm still providing for my family. I'm envious of people that I see going out of town on vacation and all that stuff. I'm sure it'll come at some point. Like I said, for right now, I'm really fortunate to still be here and still be busy because I know that there's a lot of pizzerias that aren't. So I'm very fortunate for that. Very blessed.
Absolutely. And Jeremy, I remember I went to Na Pizza in San Diego. I don't know if you guys have ever in there.
Oh yeah.
And the pizza, that was probably one of my first exposures with a Roman style. And once I had that, I was like, man, this style is going to take off at some point. At some point, it's going to take off around the nation. And I was like, this is going to be a trending style around the nation. And it looks like it's starting, you know, before COVID, it seemed like it was on the upward swing. And then probably post-COVID, I feel like it is going to be in the upward swing. What do you think, Justin?
Well, you know, I'll tell you what, I've kind of changed my course a little bit. Here's what I've kind of come to figure out. People like pizza, if it's whatever you call it, a good square is a good square pizza. I think that going forward, you have Detroit, you've got Sicilian, you've got Grandma. You can put them all in a box. I don't necessarily think you have to say it's Roman style pizza Italio. It's Detroit. They're different in their own way, but to the average customer, good square pizza is a good square. Because I've kind of changed mine a little bit. I don't do, like I said, I'm not doing any slices. I'm doing one size pizza. And I've kind of, you know, I've changed it up to make it my own. I just call it a good Roman square. You know what? I thought in the beginning I had it all explained on my walls and stuff about the hydration level, all that stuff. It's cool, but if you're not a pizza person, you really don't care.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I also felt like I didn't want to demean anybody else's takes on their style of pizza, their Roman style, their Grandma, their Sicilian. Let people try it, and then they'll decide what they like. But you don't have to say, well, ours is better because it does this, or ours is better because it does that. Let people try it. Right now, I just tell people, hey, we got a great square pizza. It feeds more. You know, you get a 12 by 16 pizza that, you know, it has taken. I think sometimes it takes away from my sales because if people come in, 4 people, they're going to order 4 Neapolitan pizzas. Now they may get 1 Roman or 1 Roman. That's okay. I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that because what they'll do, we ended up also through the pandemic, I partnered with Slice. Slice has been a lifesaver for me as well. I got rid of all the apps. We sell a ton of Romans on Slice now. So you know what? I may not sell as many in the restaurant, but once they have it, they'll go home. We have Slice right on our website now. So when you open our website, you click on it. You can do takeout delivery right there. We never did any of that. So it's opened up so many new roads for us through the Roman, through that Slice app, through, you know, everything that we've done to consolidate here. So I'd like to think we made I made a good move by doing what we did. I don't know that I ever would have done it had the pandemic happened. So I'm not going to pretend like I'm a genius, but it's not always about planning the hits. It's about what you do after you get hit. You know what I mean? So I think we did really well moving forward.
What's the state of the pandemic at the moment in Arizona? Are the numbers dropping significantly and you feel like things are getting closer?
Well, to be honest with you, Arizona, I feel like maybe we jumped the gun here in March. We didn't really have any COVID numbers. People weren't testing. We really didn't know. We shut down when everybody else shut down, but we got hit in the summer when everybody said that we wouldn't. So our governor shut down from like March to Memorial Day. And then Memorial Day opened back up and all the knuckleheads were out in Scottsdale with no masks going crazy. So what happened? July, August, I think we were ground zero for COVID then.
Yeah.
Then people did supposedly, we had masks and people did what they had to do. And then in wintertime, I think we were ground zero for COVID again too. But a lot of it is that, depending on what state you're in, depending on what leadership you have and how you feel about it, some people don't take it seriously or did not.
Right.
We still have people. I had our city, we did it by cities here. Glendale still has signs that say mask up. The mayor here wants people to mask up. I still have customers that come in and say we won't commit if we have to wear a mask. I had to respond to a Yelp review the other day. The lady's like, you just turned away business. I said, ma'am, the city told me I have to have you wear a mask just to come in. Whether you like it or not, I'm being asked to do that. You don't have to tell me your philosophies about it, how you feel about it. The city told me to do it. I don't want to get a fine. I don't want other customers to feel uncomfortable. Sorry that you had to leave, but you know what? I can't. It's not something that's in my control. I said, if you don't like it, send a letter to the mayor. Send a letter to the governor. Do what you need to do, but don't take it out on me.
Yeah, or your
I'm just a
employees.
messenger.
Yeah.
Or we've had plenty of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even countless, but as of COVID right now, Arizona's open. We're fully open. I took my wife out for the first time in a year for her birthday last weekend to an area like Westgate area, like really packed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the bars aren't letting people wander around. You have to go to your table with the mask, then you can take it off. But I mean, you're talking busy. Everywhere's busy. We're spring training right now. We've got people all over the country. So, it's a good and bad. I'm glad we're open. Because business, of course. But I also wonder if I'm not adding to the problem. Like I said, we had our busiest December we ever had during the highest point of a pandemic here.
Yeah.
And I always felt, okay, I have to take care of my family. I can't close because especially you're committing business suicide if you decide just to close, even though the state doesn't mandate that you close. So if I was one of the places to say, I don't feel good about it, I'm going to close, what are my customers going to say? Why would you do that? The rest of the country, the rest of the state's open. So we stayed open. We were safe as possible. We cut tables. We masks. My servers wore gloves. We did everything that we had to do, but we were packed. When I say packed, I mean packed every single day of December. Crazy.
Yeah.
My employees appreciated it. We made money. I mean, I was able to recoup some of the money we lost during the pandemic, but I also felt a little guilty on one side of it. Like, man, people must not care. I mean, but what can you do? I mean, we're all trying to navigate this together. It's not like one person's bad, the other one's good. I mean, we're all just trying to get through it.
Yeah, we don't have a playbook for this.
No, and I still going forward. I think that the pandemic, you're not even going to see the effects of this for 6 months to a year from now, because a lot of the places that were hit, we're all just being selfishly trying to get through it ourselves. But now you're going to see your neighbors, your friends that lost businesses, that lost houses, that are never going to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's a lot of people that have made tons of money during this pandemic. I mean, real estate agents, realtors. I mean, everybody's moving to Arizona. Everybody is moving to Arizona. Housing prices are going through the roof.
Yeah.
But then again, on the other hand, I can't even get any help. Nobody wants to work anymore either. I mean, the industry's been hit really hard. I think that, especially for the margins in the restaurant industry, who wants to work anymore for $13 an hour? I mean, I get it. They're trying to raise the minimum, but that's a whole nother issue.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be in our business, you would hire a teenager, high school kid, just trying to make some money to save up for a car or something. They're not working anymore.
Yeah.
Kids don't work anymore. I mean, you can't pay a dishwasher more than $13, $14 an hour in this business. It's tough. That's tough. So where's it going? I mean, I can't even keep employees right now.
Yeah.
Only ones that I can keep are servers, because they make tons of money.
They're making out, aren't they?
Oh,
yeah, that's the thing. It's so hard to keep employees, not just for you, but we're hearing that from operators all across the country.
Yeah. And then you hire somebody, you train them, you take 2 weeks to train them, and then they can go to jobs sitting in an office on a phone for $15 an hour doing nothing. Why do they want to work in a stressful, busy restaurant? Yeah. You can make a restaurant as fun as you want to make it. But when the bell rings at 5 o'clock or whatever on a Friday night, it's stress city. You can do the best you can to navigate through that, but it's busy.
Yeah.
And some people just aren't cut for that anymore.
Right.
People don't want to be, people don't want to be yelled at by customers or told by their boss, hey, hurry up and cut that cheese for me, or do this for me, or do that. They just don't want to do it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's if people are softer nowadays, or there's just other ways to make money, or sit at home and get paid for doing nothing, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the answer anymore.
Yeah.
But good thing is I know how to make pizza. A lot of operators, people open up restaurants that don't, that maybe like to do it, but don't want to work every day. They call it mani and pasta, hands in dough. I got my hands in dough every day. So
I
guess as long as I'm still alive, I can still do it.
I gotcha.
Feel healthy, I guess. And my wife, and she helps me too. So
there's a lot to be thankful for in the midst of all of this. And it's a very trying time and very challenging.
I came out of this doing very well. I mean, I lost 2 places. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. It happened to a lot of people, but I still have one that I'm doing very well in. So I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. if you ever see me post anything social media, I'm speaking in general for a lot of my friends, not just me myself.
Yeah.
Because I do actually care about other people. I do actually care about my other pizza brethren that are in the business. I also have to say, too, one thing that's really kept me going. We've been on Food Network 3 times.
Yeah, I saw you on that.
Did you see the takeout edition that
that
came out
neat.
in August?
Yeah.
So
that was neat.
I have to give, I think most people in the restaurant business respect the hell out of this guy. But Guy Fieri, there's one. Dave Portnoy's another guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Guy donated $20 million to the restaurant industry. But not only did he do that, he came up with this takeout edition, which I don't have to tell you how successful Guy's shows are.
Right.
We aired for the first time a little under 13 years ago. First show, we did Triple D Nation about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then the takeout edition. Every time those shows air, we get hit again.
Yeah.
Now, more so when there's people visiting because, after 13 years, we're kind of taking water out of a rock in Arizona. I think pretty much everybody knows that we've been on the show.
Yeah.
So, you're going to get one or two people that didn't see it before, that just moved here, whatever. But when we have visitors here, like I think this month, the Food Network knows when to air certain shows because they know a lot of people in Arizona. We've been getting crushed with people from out of state.
Yeah.
And then, hey, we just saw you on the Food Network. Your show just aired an hour ago. We just decided to come in. So I have a lot of things working for me that I'm very thankful for.
Absolutely.
Gold belly. Having friends like Tony Gemignani that I could call and talk to and get advice from anytime. I mean, that's invaluable. Being able to go and see Chris Bianco and ask him how he's doing, what he have any ideas, the Gold Belly, the Food Network. I can't complain.
Yeah.
Other than not having – the only complaint I have right now is working so much and not having any help. But if that's the worst complaint that I have and I still have people coming through my doors every day, then you know what? Just suck it up.
Yeah.
Denise, Justin understandably needs a vacation, and
Absolutely,
I'm just going
he
to
does.
suggest Las Vegas in August.
I'm suggesting it too. But after you get back from Vegas, usually you need a vacation from that, right?
Yeah, it's tiring. There's a lot to see, a lot to do, a lot to learn, and it is definitely very tiring, no doubt about it. And I think it's going to be a great show. I really do.
Yeah.
Some people won't be there due to travel restrictions. The great news is that we will have hundreds of vendors on the show.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to have a great lineup. And
I just itching to get there. Yeah, I know.
I think the feel of this show is going to be unlike anything else we've ever experienced because we have never not had one in a year.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, I think it's going to be an epic show, and we're all going to have
the reason why we didn't have one, and the reason why we haven't seen all of our friends and brothers and sisters that in the pizza industry. So I think that everybody's just dying. Even if we got one day in a room together just to hang out and talk, I think would be suffice.
It would be very welcomed.
Yeah, it would be very welcomed.
I think so.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Justin, I appreciate your time today, man. Thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for what you do for the pizza industry. You're a leader in that. And thank you for taking on the cause to spread the word of good pizzerias and hardworking people like myself.
Well,
we appreciate you more than you know. And we will see you in August, and hopefully we'll talk again before then.
Yes.
Yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
do.